So I'm Luis Eduardo Gomez Lopez, Luis Gomez. I was born in Veracruz, Mexico, but raised in Monterrey, Mexico. And then I lived there most of my life and then moved over to Mexico City for work when I was around 28, 29 years old. It means a lot. So initially I was in disbelief when I received the email. It was like, why me? Like, what have I done? So I was actually not thinking of submitting my forms or anything like that. And it was only until I bumped into Edgar that he said, like, Luis, you should do this. Like, people notice what you've done, and let the committee decide if you actually are worth it or not. So at the end I did, and here we are. So what does it actually mean? For me, it means that even the smallest of your actions have an impact, they have consequences, and they don't go unnoticed. One I'm most proud of took place when we decided to relocate here to Michigan. So I think that was my wife's most scariest moment. She was offered a position here within her company to relocate to her manufacturing site here in Zealand. And I was the one that said yes right away. It wasn't even it wasn't her choice, it was mine. And I told her, yes, let's do this. And she was like, Luis, like, you work for the bank. They don't have any of that retail banking that you work for over there. And I was like, doesn't matter. Like, if I need to start all over again, I'll do it. And she was very nervous because she was like, well, you're the one that has the larger salary. We rely more on you. Like, what are we gonna do? And I was like, don't worry, we're gonna be all right. There's a saying as well. I don't know why I'm using so many sayings, but ponme donde hay, yo me encargo de lo demás. So like, God put me where there's resources and I'll take care of the rest of it. So we did, we relocated, and it went after my employment authorization, and I think I sent out like 100 applications. And for me, it was a big challenge because it's a new culture, second language, or was not used to the US corporate world. And the thing I'm proud of is that I felt ready. I felt like I could measure up to the US professionals, even though I was raised in Mexico. My educational background is from Mexico. My professional background is from Mexico. And so I started, 5 months later, I landed a job. And since then, I've been the director of retail facilities at Meijer and for the past 6 years, and been taking care of our 270 plus stores. So I think that's my biggest achievement. So in my opinion, we need to invest in Latino-owned small businesses. We need to find more ways to connect them to corporate sourcing and procurement opportunities, ensuring they have a seat at the table of a regional economy. 50% of our Latino-owned businesses fail within the first 5 years of operation. Most of them is lack or lower access to capital, limited access to external funding sources, lower average credit scores, and most of the time they are located in more vulnerable areas affected by economy downturns. So when we empower our Latino entrepreneurs, we strengthen the economy of a region. So I think that's where we should be investing. I would say humility. Humility is very deeply rooted in our culture. So I was taught, work hard, be respectful, be grateful. And that has helped me to stay grounded and focused. But it also holds you back from stepping forward, to raising your voice, to try to be visible out there. And that humility also holds you back from being visible. And there are so many people here, especially among first generations, that have so many powerful stories. And I believe that humility also makes us just believe that the less we're seen, the better, and that's just enough. And I think that it's not a matter of visibility, it's a matter of representation. The truth is that visibility matters, and not for the sake of the ego, but for the sake of representation. Because when we step into the light, we show others what is possible. So we create spaces for others to be leaders, to be impactful, to be influenced. And I'm also still committed to learn from this lesson, as I have two daughters following my footsteps, and for all of us and other generations out there also to learn to embrace this humility and visibility. The advice that I would give them is to invest in yourselves boldly. Embrace education, learn a skill, pursue a degree, learn a trade, seek out mentorship. You're already bilingual, so embrace that part of your heritage. And if you can, go for a second or a third language, seek out or learn skills like critical thinking, financial literacy. That would not only help you professionally, but also in your personal life. Those are tools that will help you make decisions in the future for you to thrive. So invest in you. Oh, and also that education doesn't stop after school ends. So stay curious, continue to learn always. I'm deeply appreciative of Vive Michigan and for creating these spaces for all of us here to be recognized and to showcase all the work that's been done and shine a light to all of those success stories that many times and often go unnoticed and unheard, to honor those people before us and their memories, people that have walked paths or created those paths for us to be here, and for the people coming, creating, carving new paths for the newer generations, and reminding us that visibility matters in creating these spaces to remind us that we belong. I think, thank you, Vive Michigan, for this.